Hello students! In this video, we will learn about the fascinating world of forces and pressure. Forces shape the way objects move and interact with each other, while pressure is all about how force affects the area. Let's explore these concepts step by step. Force has two main traits, magnitude and direction. Magnitude tells us how strong the force is, like how hard you're pushing or pulling. We measure magnitude in newtons, N, in the International System of Units or in dynes in the CGS system. For example, 1 newton is equal to 100,000 dynes. Direction shows where the force is applied. Together, magnitude and direction fully describe any force acting on an object. Next, we need to understand what happens when multiple forces act on an object. If two forces are pushing in the same direction, we simply add their magnitudes together to find the net force. But if they're pushing against each other, we subtract the smaller force from the larger one to determine the net force. This net force is crucial because it decides how the object will move. And if the forces are balanced, like in a tug of war where no one wins, we have equilibrium, meaning the net force is zero. Now, let's find out how forces can influence motion. Forces can start motion, like when you push a stationary bicycle, change its speed when you pedal harder, or even stop it when you hit the brakes. Force has some amazing effects on objects. It can initiate motion, like when you kick a soccer ball. It can change direction, think of turning a skateboard. It can alter speed, like when you speed up on your bike. And force can also modify the shape of objects, like squeezing a stress ball or stretching a rubber band. Now, discover the different types of forces. They fall into two categories, contact forces and non-contact forces. Contact forces need physical touch to take effect. For example, when you lift or push something, that's muscular force. And when you slide a box across the floor, frictional force slows it down. Friction can be tricky. It resists motion, but it's essential for walking or holding objects. Friction can be static, when surfaces don't move, or kinetic, when they slide. Various factors, like surface texture and the force pressing them together, affect it. On the other hand, non-contact forces act on objects without any direct contact. These include gravitational force, which is the pull between all objects with mass and keeps us anchored to the Earth. For example, if you drop a ball, it falls because of gravity. There's also electrostatic force, which acts between charged particles, like when you rub a balloon against your hair, creating static electricity. And then, there's magnetic force, which occurs between magnets. This force makes like poles repel each other and opposite poles attract. Next, we find out about pressure. Pressure is the force applied over an area. It shows how much force acts on a surface. Pressure equals force per unit area. The smaller the area for the same force, the greater the pressure. That's why a sharp knife cuts efficiently because the force is concentrated on a small area. Pressure can lead to various interesting effects. For example, it can compress materials, like when you squeeze a sponge, or expand them, like when you blow air into a balloon. Fluids, like water and air, exert pressure in every direction equally. We also feel pressure from surfaces, like when you sit on a chair. Additionally, changes in pressure can alter the state of matter, like when gases liquefy under high pressure. Lastly, let's explore pressure in fluids and the atmosphere. Fluids create pressure on objects they touch, which is distributed over the area of contact. In liquids, pressure increases as you go deeper because of the weight of the liquid above. The atmospheric pressure, which is the weight of air pressing down on us, affects everything around us. It is measured using barometers, and as you climb higher, atmospheric pressure drops. This decrease in pressure can cause effects like altitude sickness. In summary, understanding forces and pressure helps us see how the world operates. Forces can make things move and change, while pressure affects everything from fluids to our own bodies. Now it's your turn to answer. What happens to the pressure if the area over which a force is applied decreases, assuming the force remains constant? Please share your answer in the comments. The complete curriculum for Class 8 is available on our channel. Check out all the links provided in the description below. Please make sure to like, share, and comment for more such videos.